Hey guys, welcome back to one of my videos. Today's video is all about Queen Bee herself, the Cowboy Carter Beyonce. It's this really gorgeous, like warm, chocolatey, smoky eye with dark eyeliner and this cute nude lip. I just like the simplicity but sultriness of the look. And like I said, this is inspired by Beyonce, but more so the makeup artist that did this masterpiece on her. His name is Raquel Beauty on Instagram. I've been following him for a while and he is iconic. Honestly, he's just a true inspiration for me. I feel like he is the master at making a simple look just look effortless and fabulous at the same time. And I don't know, I just really admire his talent. So I wanted to recreate this look today. I'm gonna be showing you mainly how to do the eye makeup and the products I use on my face. But yeah, if you guys are interested in learning how to do this beautiful makeup look, then keep on watching. All right, as you can see, I've already done most of my right eye. I just wanted to go ahead and test out the products and the placement and just, you know, see if I can match it as best as possible. And I think I'm at a good spot. So let's just get started on the left eye. First, you will need your favorite neutral eyeshadow palette. You guys have seen me use this like every other video pretty much. This is the Master Matte palette by Makeup by Mario. You don't have to use this exact eyeshadow palette, of course. You just grab your favorite neutral eyeshadow palette that has like a light, a medium, and a dark brown, and also a black, and that should be more than enough. I'm starting with this light brown up here in the corner, and this is gonna be like our all over the lid color. There's actually not a whole lot of technique or things in this look that are too complicated. It's more so about the shades of brown and how you blend them. So I'm just basically packing that all over my lid, and I'm just gonna go a little bit higher than where my fold is right here. So I've just packed this color all over my eyelid. I'm gonna go with something that's slightly darker and warmer, like this one over here. So with this one, I am gonna go just slightly higher. So you are not going to touch anything that you just did. You're just pretty much adding it to the edges and blending that. You see this one has a slight reddish undertone to it, so it makes it look a little warmer, and that is exactly what we want. I think the eyeshadows in the pictures just look really rich and chocolatey, but they're also warm, which if you have brown eyes, will look really good on you. I'm just going in circles like this right here to make sure that it's nice and blended. And now with that same color, I'm dragging it all the way in right here under the eyebrow. With that same fluffy brush, I'm just gonna grab that same color we're using, and I'm just gonna pack it a little bit more on the outer third right here. So essentially with this color, you're hugging that first lid color we used earlier, and then also the outer third right here. Perfect. So now I'm grabbing a fluffy brush like this one that's just slightly more flat. So it's good for packing color, but it also blends at the same time. And with that, I'm gonna grab this medium brown over here. With this, we're going to create almost like a cut crease, but not really. It's just more so like deepening all of this here, but it's gonna be a little less blended than what we just did. We want it to be a little bit more contrasty. So I'm starting right here and then just bringing it all the way in. I'm not gonna go any lower than this, by the way. Just starting right here and starting to just map out my crease. I'm also gonna pack it right over here in the outer third. Perfect. Now I'm grabbing the same fluffy brush from earlier, and I just want to marry everything together. I just want this to look really nice and diffuse, so I'm just going around the edges here. I do have to go in with a little bit more of that dark brown, but before I do that, I'm gonna grab this reddish medium brown down here in the corner. Just make sure I don't add too much. What this is gonna do is just add a little bit more of that red tone to the look. This is what's gonna make your brown eyes pop. So I'm just basically adding it on top of that dark brown and blending everything with it. So your eye should not look too different. It should just look a little bit more red, basically. Now I'm going in again with that same flat brush from earlier, and I'm gonna mix both the medium and the dark browns over here. So I'm just grabbing mostly medium brown and then just a little touch of that darker one. Remove the excess, and then we're gonna just intensify this brown once more. All we're doing here is just adding even more dimension. And then blending one more time with that same brush from earlier. Let me just get a little closer so you can see. So it should look something like this. Light brown on the lid and then a nice chocolatey crease, basically. Warm chocolatey crease. So that is pretty much everything as far as brown eyeshadow goes for now. Let's jump right into eyeliner. Today I'm using a product that I just recently tried a few weeks ago and I have been obsessed with. This is this Smashbox Always Sharp Waterproof Kohl Liner. What I really like about this product is that it's self-sharpening, as it says in the name. So you basically just twist it like this. And then those clicks that you heard is what's gonna make it nice and sharp like this. So we're gonna add this pencil all over our waterline, tight line with it, and also start making a wing. Let me just get a little closer. So I'm gonna start with the bottom. So even though we're doing a brown eyeshadow and it's not that complicated, you still wanna do your eyes first in case your eyes start to get watery like mine and you need to work around that. Whew. I almost never do black eyeliner in my waterline, so this is different for me, but I like it, I think. I'm just using the natural shape of my eye to almost round out the beginning of it right here. So I'm just using the pencil to essentially get in there and then just fill in the corner, but then also create the shape for the eyeliner. You see, I'm just using the edge of the pencil to make this as round as possible. Okay, I think I got it in there pretty good. We are gonna go over this with some eyeshadow in a little bit, so no worries if it's looking a little, you know, not so opaque. We're gonna go over it in just a second. And I'm just gonna start creating a wing, basically. I'm gonna start from the corner of my eye and just dragging it as far out as I want to. I think that's a good spot right there. As you can see, it's not the sharpest right now, but because this is a pencil, I can just grab an angled brush like this that's really thin and then just basically like drag it out and sharpen it. See how easy that was? Now you have a wing. So then I'm just going to go all over the top of my eye, or my lash line I should say. And again with this, I'm not being like super careful really. I just want to make sure that every single lash is covered. And it should look something like this. So it should be all black and then just have a little wing there at the end. We're gonna go over this with some eyeshadow. I'm taking a tiny little brush like this one and I'm gonna grab the darkest brown in my palette and I'm just going to go all over my lash line. I'm just gonna set down that powder, and as you can see, it's helping fill in all those little spots where it was hard to get the pencil to, and it's making it look so much cleaner too. So if you're a beginner with winged liner, try a pencil. It'll surprise you how easy it is to make it work. And I'm going everywhere except the very tip of the wing right there. I do want it to be nice and pointy, of course, but not too opaque. It's almost going to fade out into nothing. So I start right here from the corner and almost start to blend out the edge as well. Same angled brush from earlier, and I'm gonna grab the black eyeshadow and I'm just going to stamp everything we just worked on. With this, I am trying to stay close to the lash line, so we're essentially just further setting what we worked on, but you're not going to blend this out as much. I am gonna use the same brush to just set the waterline pencil. Great, now we're gonna go back to this flat fluffy brush once more, and I'm gonna grab the dark and medium browns one more time, and I'm just going to try to intensify this corner back here just a little bit. There's literally nothing complicated about this look. The only thing is about blending and then just making sure you get the eyeliner right, basically. I think we're at a good spot now. Let's add some sparkles. You can use any transparent or like gold-ish eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using a single eyeshadow from Urban Decay. This is the Moon Dust single eyeshadow in the shade Space Cowboy. This is a really popular eyeshadow, and I recently got this one as a gift for somebody, but ended up keeping it, so let's use it. I'm just gonna use my finger for it, and I'm actually not grabbing that much at all. I just want it to be a nice little, you know, pop, but it's not gonna be the usual, you know, it's more so for dimension. So I'm packing it on the lid right here, and I'm going over the eyeliner actually. And then I'm grabbing just a tiny little bit more, and I'm just going to do a little touch right here in the tear duct. Just a tiny little bit. She actually does not have a lot going on here. It just looks a little sparkly. So let's just leave it there, and it should look something like this. You see the sparkle is there, but it's not super intense. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so while my fake lashes are drying, I'm just going to curl my real lashes. For mascara today, I'm using the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I got this sent to me a couple months ago and I've used it a few times and I really like it. It's really, really black and it does stay on all day, which is exactly what I want. You could do this eye makeup without eyelashes. It looks great, but I'm just going for the drama, you know? A little water break. Okay, we're just going to pop on a lash. And if you're curious, these are Kiss lashes, like the Muse collection and the Style Legacy. See, this is what the eye makeup is looking so far. I feel like it's making my brown eyes pop like crazy. So I am gonna get into my face makeup really quick, but if you want to just jump straight to the end of the eye makeup, there's gonna be a timestamp right over here. So feel free to skip there or just hang out with me and, you know, let's do our face makeup together. I am going in with Milk Makeup today for primer. This is the Cloud Glow Foam Primer. This was also sent to me a couple weeks ago and it's really nice actually. Look, it's like a little soap foamy primer. Smells really good. And the reason why I like this is because it's really hydrating and I don't know, it just feels really good on the skin. I like it a lot. I'm really excited to use this foundation today. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I love this one because it's so comfortable on the skin and it just provides the perfect amount of coverage. I feel like there's not a lot to say as far as Makeup Forever foundations go. This one is just chef's kiss. It reminds me of the House Labs foundation if it had a little bit more coverage and if it lasted a little longer. House Labs is if you want to be comfortable. This is if you want a slightly higher coverage. For cream bronzing, contouring today, I'm using another Makeup Forever product. This is the HD All-in-One Skin Palette. And I'm just using these two shades over here to create the perfect contour slash bronzing color for me. And she actually doesn't look like she has a lot going on the skin as far as bronzer and blush. I think she's going for like a more clean look. So I'm gonna try to do the same, not overdo it too much. Just a little color so that it all looks nice and cohesive. My face is already looking so much more balanced after adding this little bit of bronzer. It's just when you have more than one color in your face, it all makes more sense, you know? For liquid blush, I'm just using a tiny little bit of Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush in the shade Happy. And with this, I'm literally just adding one little dot on each side. I do not want to add too much at all. I don't think she has blush on her nose, but I like it, so I'm doing it. Look, it's not blush forward at all. So we'll just make sure that it's there, you know, because every face needs a little pink, but it's not gonna be the main thing at all. Keeping it right here, keeping it cute, you know. And for concealer today, I am using one of my favorite concealers at the moment, Born This Way by Too Faced. This stuff is just super full coverage and it's really comfortable. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this right here. And while this dries, I'm gonna set my powder bronzer. I'm gonna use this ColourPop Pressed Powder Face. I don't think it has a shade, but it looks like this. I don't even know if they sell these anymore. If they do, it's gonna be listed down below. And this one has like a little pinkish cooler tone to it. So it's gonna be nice to blend my bronzer and blush together here. I love this color. My friend Bailey gave me this, so I have no idea if they still sell it or anything, but it's almost like a bronzer and blush in one. It's perfect. Okay, great. Now we can go ahead and blend that concealer. I like to just use a brush, of course, and I'm actually not being super careful here because we are gonna smoke out the bottom lash line quite a bit. So I'm just adding the concealer, making sure that the dark spots are covered, but not being too careful with the like placement right under my lashes. If you're a blush then concealer person, you'll see that your concealer eats up a little bit of that blush. Just go back in with your liquid blush brush and blend those two together. Now I'm going in with a little bit of translucent powder. This is the One Size Ultimate Setting Powder in the translucent shade. And I'm just going to set my concealer really quick. I just don't want it to crease while I work on my eyeshadows, so I'm just going to go ahead and set it now. Okay, I lied. I am just gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face. I like to just grab a sponge like this and just push in the powder all over my face. I'm also adding a little bit of extra here just for brightness, to bake basically. Now, while this is baking, we can just go ahead and finish our under eyes really quick. I'm gonna start with one of these fluffy but flat brushes, and I'm just gonna go in with a medium shadow from earlier. Honestly, probably want to cover most of your under eye. Now I'm going in with a slightly smaller brush in the slightly darker brown, burgundy-ish shade, and I'm just gonna intensify that, staying a little closer to the lash line. I never ever do heavy like under eye makeup like this, so this is really different for me. Okay, and now with this tiny brush like this, I'm gonna go in with the black and the brown combined, and I'm gonna just basically go over the eyeliner and into my lashes, so kind of in the middle right here. Lastly, I'm going in with the black, and I'm just going to intensify the eyeliner and then just in between the lashes. With that same sponge, I'm just pushing in all that excess powder that I'm using to brighten and to bake. Now I'm grabbing my favorite setting spray to melt down the powders on my face. This one is great. It's the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip setting spray. And I love this one because it leaves a slight sheen on your face. It doesn't make it look super matte. So it looks, of course, you know, it can look very high glam and everything, but it's gonna make your skin look just really nice, so. Whew. Okay, while this all dries down, let's just go ahead and work on our lips. This is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in the shade Warm Brown. I've been really enjoying this shade. In the picture, she has like a brownish, like nudie glossy lip. So honestly, when it comes down to it, you can do any lip pretty much just because this look is so neutral. But I'm going with this just for the sake of trying to stay as close as possible. This color is just so pretty. This is a mini, and as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to grab the full size one because it's just so cute. Just taking this brush to blend in the lip liner. Okay, and the very last step in our makeup is going to just add a little bit of lip gloss. Today I'm using this one by Patrick Ta, Major Volume Pumping Gloss in the shade 2CCs. I feel like this is slightly darker than what she's wearing, but I think it works, right? So here you have it, my take on the Cowboy Carter Brown Smoky Eye. Isn't it gorgeous? I am obsessed. I had such a good time recreating this look. I don't know if it's because Beyonce wore something like this and I'm feeling the vibes, or if I just really like how it turned out, or both. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just gorgeous, and even though there's nothing really like super innovative about this look, it's just a little bit different for me and I'm really liking it. So thank you guys so much again for watching until the end. Definitely let me know down in the comments if you guys recreate this look. Let me know what you want to see next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to stream Cowboy Carter. And I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.